What burns on the heart of the Father is not your comfort, it's not money. What burns on the heart of the Father is the agenda of the kingdom. And the agenda of the kingdom is that all the kingdoms of the world will become the kingdoms of our God and his Christ. Many are lost, even in church. Lost in church. I can say that boldly because I know the number of people who reach out to me from everywhere. Many are attending church on Sundays, but even the places they are attending does not have capacity to bring them to where they can consistently love and serve Jesus. Because the kind of things we preach from the pulpit, there's this obsession with material gain, this obsession with comfort, this obsession with self-promotion, self-celebration, that we will do anything to be comfortable in this realm. And yet God's primary agenda is suffering a setback. Evangelism has not been this weak. Evangelism has not been this poor for years. It looks as if now what we just have is that we have numbers in church. The territories in which our churches are not affected by the presence of the church. This is why we are turning to philanthropy. Because the only way the communities can know that there's a church there is when we do road. Is when we share rice. Is when we pay people's school fees. Our fathers didn't care about philanthropy. Their presence was enough evangelism. If you found a church in the days of our fathers, the whole community will enter into a revival. Personal revival was not enough for them. It didn't satisfy them that they could speak in tongues. Their satisfaction came from knowing that their entire communities came under the government of Jesus. But now we are under pressure to prove to the world that we are doing something. So we have to buy biscuits and share on Sunday. We have to cook rice every Sunday. Let the community know. So we provide rice for people. So people are eating our rice and going back to their alcohol. They are eating our rice, going back to their prostitution. They come collect their bags of rice, collect their philanthropic gifts that we are giving to them, but their lives are not changing. That's why we have many denominations in our nation, and yet our communities don't know Jesus. The men who lived before us, something overshadowed them, something possessed them. Look at the man called William Tyndale that translated the Bible to English. That one thing that he did cost him his life. He was burnt at the stake. He was burnt. When I read about him, they wrote concerning him in one of the biographies that he said with his mouth that his only agenda, his only desire is that his kinsmen will be able to read about the love of God in their own language. That's all he was living for. Imagine having just one agenda. One. Not that I will buy a car, not that I will eat food, not that, and I'm not saying that these things are bad. But I'm saying to you that when this generation passes, I guarantee you when we stand before God, it will occur to us that we wasted time. We did nothing for God. We did nothing.